when you see my smile broad like that, then you know I'm about to celebrate a woman I admire and respect so much. I've known her for years. The first time I met her, I was wondering, okay, what is this all about? For me, the whole breast cancer campaign, I got to learn from her. I got to know about it. I got involved because of her. So it's all about the breast cancer story today. My name is Gifty. Auntie, welcome to the Standpoint. Let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth Aligina makeover for my makeup, and Paba Cosmetics provides us with a makeup product. My beads, my accessories, my Henema, designed by Matilda Hood Couture. That's MHC. We'll be back.
When it comes to your family, turn to the anti-malarial you can trust. Mala2. Mala2 is a highly effective artemether-lumefantrine anti-malarial available in syrup and tablets, specially formulated for children and adults. Keep the whole family healthy with Mala2.
Hello, I'm Amma, and I'm a W Young professional.
My name is Benedetta. I'm a W in business.
Hi, I'm AC, and I'm proud to represent the W and family.
I have access to the best sources of inspiration, an outstanding mentor, career workshops, and more.
I am connected to a panel of professional advisors. I even got a new business partner through a W seminar.
Being a working mother is amazing, and W empowers us with special lifestyle offers, an early saver for the kids, and bank assurance protection for the whole family.
Sign on to W at any Access Bank branch near you.
Get inspired.
Get connected.
Get empowered.
W, inspiring, connecting, empowering.
Odo, oyo best my power. Cause one num tinted venicare what? When say tinted venicare, and unkwane bibidra. Clinically, no, ya testing with Department of Pharmacology and the Microbiology at University of Ghana on Medical School.
Sir?
Omudum stamp with say by Minia, num tinted venicare what?
Hey, Tinatet Ambassador.
Abuaye Papa. Free 020-816-0807 and 0276-875629.
Tinatet in Europe.
GDA Concepts, producers of the Standpoint TV program, is offering the following services. Studio space available for rent for video shoots and conferences with seating capacity of 120 people at an easily accessible location. Standby generator available. Conference chairs also available for hiring. Sale and rental of Sony Z7 cameras. You can also contact us for video coverage for events, event organization, documentaries, TV commercials, etc. Locate us at 55 Olympic Avenue, Kokomlimli, near Joy FM. Call 050-133-9642 or 0544-844-122.
Welcome back to the Standpoint, where today we are talking about, in fact, we are going to retell the breast cancer story. It doesn't sound pleasant, and it's not pleasant, but we get to meet the woman who's devoted her life to ensure that she will make sure that during her lifetime, breast cancer related deaths will be reduced tremendously. And I'm very, very passionate about her and grateful to her. Let me say thank you to our sponsors, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the Generator Expert, and Auntie Mary Gripe Water.
Mala2.
Produced by NS Chemist. We are supported by Yep Cleaning Services, Gogot Yogurt, Pilco Fruit Juices, Mac Catering Services, and Cake Techniques. In the studio with me is Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Riafi Adai. She is consultant, breast surgeon, founder and CEO of Peace and Love Hospitals, both in Kumasi and Accra, And now the back. Okay. Founder and President, Breast Care International. Council member, AORTIC. Council Executive Member, IBCN. Purdue, USA. Principal Investigator, NCI Project. Ghana member, UICC. This one, trust you, she has edited it. She has edited it. And on top of all that, she's a mother, she's a wife, and she's people's mother, and she has to deal and mentor people like me. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's been a while.
Yes, but I'm very happy to see you and to see what you've done.
We thank God. It's a shame that since we came here, this is the first time.
This is the first time.
God's time is
proud.
The best.
I'm proud.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, how do you manage all these things? You know, president and founder, CEO, and these associations, both national and international. At the same time, you go to rural communities to educate women and do screening. How do you manage that? How is that possible?
It all boils down to that. You have to have time for everything. And especially if you are passionate with what you are doing and you see the results of what you are doing. By His grace, we are seeing. It's not when we are gone that people will say it.
Yeah.
By His grace, we see some of the results, and we can only give thanks to God. I'm also a grandmother anyway.
Hey! So the pictures I see on your DP,
Yeah.
Your grandchildren?
Yes.
Are you serious?
You know, I'm serious. And so God has done a lot.
How many kids do you have?
5.
You have 5 kids?
I have 5 kids. 4 of them are medical
please stand,
doctors.
Stand, let me see. Please stand. Wow. Please take your seat. 5 kids.
5 kids, 4 medical doctors, and 1 in the medical school.
I mean, how is that? And I'm sure today I'll keep asking, how is that possible? Because 5 children.
5.
4 of them are medical doctors.
Yes.
And the 5th one in the medical school.
Yes.
How do you manage to get all your children to become doctors?
I didn't get them to become. Maybe they also see the need in doing, some of the things that we are doing. And to be in the medical field, you have to be called to it. If you don't see it as a calling, it becomes very difficult for you to do it. Because if you are doing something with your heart, if you have passion, you don't even feel it when you are tired. You want to sleep, but someone calls you because the person needs your help. You stop sleeping to go and take care of that person. Once you have that in you, you don't feel the tiredness. And that's what God has been doing. Possibly because I also have a very understanding husband.
That's what I'm concerned. How long have you been married for?
27 years.
27 years.
Yes.
Been married.
Yes.
Tell your husband I said, God bless him.
I will. You'll be watching.
And because how many men and your husband is a very quiet person.
Yes, he
Not
is.
many people know him.
He always wants to be at the background. But he's actually a force.
Yeah.
A force to reckon.
Because his wife is always out there, traveling all over, internationally acknowledged, and he's okay with that.
Yes, you have to make him understand what you are doing. Yeah. If he can't do the work you are doing as a doctor, as a surgeon, because he can't do surgery. He is not that type.
But he's a medical doctor?
No, he's a doctor in books.
In books, okay.
He's a civil engineer.
Yeah, okay.
But so he knows he can't tolerate blood. He can't come to theater, but he can actually push me to do what I'm supposed to do. There are a lot of people who can do what I'm doing, or maybe I've even done more than God has, allowed me to do. But sometimes they don't have the people to move with. Yeah. You need the right people to be around you.
Yeah.
The staff, the good staff that should be with you. Thank God we have our survivors here.
Right.
They are also a force,
right.
for you to see that you advise them, they took your advice, and by God's grace, they've also gone through it, and right. They are survivors. It gives you joy,
right?
To
do that.
And
but how did you get into this whole breast cancer awareness thing?
Okay, it started a long time ago. In parts of the world, we have very few women as medical doctors,
right?
And even fewer as surgeons. So I happen to be the only female resident surgeon at the time, after I'd finished medical school. And so...
Where? In Kumasi?
In Kumasi, Komfanoche. When I finished, then I came.
Right.
I was at Komfanoche. And I was the only female resident surgeon. And so, naturally, most of the breast cases were coming to me. I mean, they feel more comfortable to go to a woman. But at the same time, I realized a lot of the women were coming too late. In fact, those days, it was very bad. At least now we can see some people coming early to offer them breast conserving surgery. Those days, it was almost all the time palliative mastectomy. I mean, the thing is too bad.
Please speak English, palliative word.
Palliative mastectomy, when we have to remove the breast, but we are not removing it because we want to cure the woman. We are removing it because maybe she's offensive, maybe she's bleeding, so we have to take the source away. And that's not the best. And so I was going through all this until I decided to go and specialize. And before then, it was also very difficult because, when both parents never went to school. So there was nobody to give certain support when you needed.
Now, hold on to that. Let me take a break and come back because we'll need to get to know your parents a bit. There's an interesting story in there. We've told it on The Standpoint before, but we need to retell it. You're watching The Standpoint. Let me say thank you to Gogot Yogurt, Pilco Fruit Juices, and Awake Purified Water, produced by Casapreco Company Limited. And thank you to Matamit for the ports. And then MHC Matilda Hood Couture, they gave us this centerpiece and coffee table. They do, as I told you, from my bees to my hinema, they design everything. This program is also aired on ABN TV, on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, part of Canada, Asia, and North Africa. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Oval. We'll be back.
Hush, my little baby.
For babies' tummy pains, minor digestive upsets, or teething, caring mothers everywhere use Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture. It's quick, effective, and sure to leave babies smiling again in no time. Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
When it comes to your family, turn to the anti-malarial you can trust. Mala 2. Mala 2 is a highly effective artemether-lumefantrine anti-malarial available in syrup and tablets, specially formulated for children and adults. Keep the whole family healthy with Mala 2.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. And again, I say thank you to my catering services, House of Foods and Cake Techniques for supporting us. We are really, really grateful. Doc, so at that time, you didn't have any support. And when you say support, the financial support, but you were a resident surgeon, so you had money.
No, those days we were not working for money.
Okay.
And at that time, you know, I think even still in Ghana, when you need to do something, you have to know somebody and so on and so forth. So it was quite challenging to be able to have such an opportunity. So it was a patient of mine who asked what I wanted him to do for me. And I told him I want to go and study, but I don't have anybody to.
So that time you're very young. You're still young.
Yeah, I was still, a resident. Right. So I still needed help. So he asked me to look for a school and that he will help me. So he actually helped me to go back to specialize.
Right.
And because I had seen a lot of women coming in too late with advanced stage disease, breast cancer was one of my concerns.
Right.
In fact, there were two concerns. Breast cancer, which was mainly for women, and goiter, nodular goiter. Those days, we had a lot of women with goiter. So I was wondering, why do women have this goiter, which, normally is, there's this stigma surrounding it. Yeah. So there were these two things I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, I focused on the breast cancer. This was partly because one woman who had just been brought to the hospital was gasping whilst I was trying to get some information from her. And she told me she didn't know. She didn't know the disease will get to that stage. So it actually hit me that this woman didn't know. It means perhaps there are a lot of women who don't know. They don't know that that painless lump they have can be dangerous. And that's why they stay home for so long. And so I decided to then go out and educate people to talk about it.
Right.
I went to a friend of mine, a senior friend, Auntie Felicia Dankwa Jofel.
Yes, Auntie Felicia. Yes.
I told her, I want to go to a church to go and educate the women. So she took me to her church, and that was the first outreach I did.
Wow.
At the Presby Methodist church at the Kumasi Garrison. So in the night, she took me again to Nana Hayford.
Yeah.
She was at Fox FM at the time. So she devoted that program to breast cancer. And it was a phone-in program. So people called in and asked very, sometimes you think they are fundamental questions.
Yeah.
But they didn't know.
They didn't know.
They didn't know. So that's how it actually got me into it. That then we can't sit in the consulting room and in the comfort of our air conditions, sit and wait for them to come when you can't do anything for them. Because as a surgeon, if a woman comes and it's too late, what will I do for her? No, not much.
You grew up in Kumasi?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's marriage which took you to Kumasi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I grew up at Kwewu. Yes, at Mpraiso.
Okay.
That's where my parents were.
Who are your parents?
Opanyi Kwewu Wiafe.
Okay.
Who was a poultry farmer.
Okay.
And Mami Juliana Oforiwa Wiafe. She used to be called Mamiya.
Okay.
My dad passed a long time ago, and he died of stroke. So I don't take it lightly when people have hypertension and they don't take their drugs. I get mad.
Another course on the way for her.
You know. Yeah, the non-communicable diseases are things that are really on my heart. The hypertensions and the diabetes. And so with the cancers, they are all in the same group.
And then your mom, was it your mom that passed that we came? Or
Yes,
it was your mom?
my mom. About 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So she, lived for a while. At least she saw a lot, She was 80 years before she died. But she played a very, significant role in my life.
You said they were not educated. No. But then you pushed your daughter to become a medical doctor.
All of us. Yes. There are 7 of us now. 4 men and 3 women. And everyone went to school. You have professors, you have ophthalmologists, you have, almost everyone has a PhD, even though they never went to school. But they saw the importance of education.
So how do you feel when you see mothers today and parents today who, are going through some challenges and they just give up on their children?
It's very bad. It's very bad. In fact, that's why when my mom died, we thought that, okay, every month we were sending her money. We were doing this and that for mommy and daddy. They are no more there. So what can we do for other people? So since then, every year, we take care of 10 needy but brilliant children. In science and mathematics.
Wow.
So we take care of their fees, their everything.
Wow.
So since 6 years, we have 60 children. Wow. I don't know them. They are not from my family.
Wow.
But it's because maybe I saw what my parents went through, especially my mother.
Right.
When she had to see to it that I got things that I needed to some extent to be able to go to school. Those days, we didn't have this girl-child education drive.
Right.
I was the 6th born, but the first girl.
Right.
So the concentration were on the boys, my brothers, I had to actually fight before my father took me to school.
And I can imagine then we've talked about it on the standpoint before, so I can bring it up. Can imagine then how he felt and what he said when along the line you got pregnant and had to.
Yes, it was like, okay, you proved me right.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'll prove you wrong. If I had to do it because my father said, no, the school is enough. Let the boys go. So go and look for some job to do if you want to continue. So I had to go and look for job. So I went to look through newspapers. Right. And I found the National Council on Women and Development those days.
CWD, yes.
Yes. Miss Atawachia.
Yeah.
She might be watching. She was working there. So she took me and said, okay, we'll give you some job to do. Apply for scholarship. I had very good grades. Right. Very, good grades that should send me to the university. So I went for the interview and I passed. So they took me, they gave me the scholarship to go to the medical school. So it wasn't straightforward. The journey had been very, very difficult. And that's why when I meet other children, other young people going through difficulties, I have the urge to help them.
Yeah.
There are so many, there are so many students who come for their school fees from the hospital. I don't even know them. Sometimes somebody just comes and I send the person to the administrator. You go and get to the accountant, go and get some money, go and pay the school fees. Because I think there are a lot of people we can help.
Right.
If some people didn't help me, I wouldn't have been here. So if there's anything I can do to help somebody, it doesn't mean I'm rich. I'm not rich.
Yeah.
But if it means I have to divide what I'm eating so that we can all eat, let's eat and move forward.
Let's eat and move forward.
Yeah.
I'm sure your parents were very proud of you before they passed on.
Oh yes, my mother.
It is well. Let me take a break and come back. You still miss her, right?
A lot.
A lot. A lot. You're watching The Standpoint. The Standpoint is sponsored by Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the generator expert, and Ernest Chemist. They make anti-Mary gripe water. Thank you to GTP for my cloth. My makeup was by Alidina Makeover, and makeup product by Paba Cosmetics. MHC take care of my BD needs. Thank you to Matames Mark Catering Services, House of Foods, Go-Got Yogurt, Pilco Fruit Juices, and Awake Purified Water. We take a short break, we'll be back.
Mid-dog, what's the day? What?
Odo, I your best my power.
Tinatek tomac mixture. Oh, be only osani yefuyeri being yasem. Sana tinatek malakeno so. Etu malaria, tipaye, stress, any unam yao biase.
Free 020-816-0807 and 0276-875629.
Tinatek in you.
Aye, Busian Chamfa.
GDA Concepts, producers of the Standpoint TV program, is offering the following services. Studio space available for rent for video shoots and conferences with seating capacity of 120 people at an easily accessible location. Standby generator available. Conference chairs also available for hiring. Sale and rental of Sony Z7 cameras. You can also contact us for video coverage for events, event organization, documentaries, TV commercials, etc. Locate us at 55 Olympic Avenue, Kokomlimli, near Joy FM. Call 050-133-9642 or 0544-844-122.
Welcome back. What kind of world would we have had if we didn't have mothers? You know, and especially women who act as mothers to us, who mother us in so many ways. You know, few things I noticed. It was the woman who actually pushed you and supported you. That's your mother. When you wanted to start your outreach, it was a woman who made it possible.
Even to go to secondary school.
Even to go to secondary school.
It was Mrs. Anim someone.
Exactly. So women have played an amazing, so it's not surprising that you're doing something, you know, to support women. But Doc, for how many years now you've been talking about breast cancer? Why Ghanaian women need to own it? Why we have to, I remember years ago, about 4 years ago, when I came to Kumasi for the walk, I taught them a new slogan. Women, we love our breast. Yeah. Men, we love their breast.
It's true.
Is it not true? Thank you. But still, you hear stories of how women are dying due to breast cancer. And how, instead of going to hospital, women go to all sorts of places. How does that make you feel? Somebody would have given up.
One thing we should understand is education has to be dynamic. We can't say that we've finished educating every woman, so we should keep quiet. No. Each day, some new women join the stream, you know. So we have to continue to educate our people. Even when you go to the States or Europe, where majority of the women are able to read or write or go to the internet to Google for some information, they still create awareness. There's still October that is used to create awareness about breast cancer, you know. So we have to continuously do the education. And it's only by doing that we can demystify the myths and the misconceptions that we have here. Ours is a very difficult one because most of our people think that breast cancer is caused by witchcraft. They think it's an incurable disease. They think it's a spiritual disease, so it has to be handled spiritually. So when the patient is in front of you and you are trying to even explain the disease, her mind is not there. She's thinking about what some pastor maybe told her. What maybe she thinks that is some rival or somebody, some auntie who is trying to use juju on her or something like that. So we have it as a daunting task to try and break that, to let our people understand that breast cancer is a hospital disease.
Now, but what are some of the challenges you face now?
A lot too. A lot, Gifty. We are in the world where you said something at the beginning. Instead of people encouraging you to do what you want to do, they will rather bring you down. That is our society, and it's very unfortunate. Fortunately, God has given me that quote that I don't think about those things. You know, you focus on what you are doing. Once it's the right thing you are doing, you concentrate on it. And posterity will by all means judge all of us, you know. So this challenge of people not, I say, if you won't even say hello to me, leave me to go my way.
Exactly, keep quiet. You don't say anything. If you can't encourage, you keep quiet.
They won't keep quiet. And they will say it for you to hear. So it's one of the things that sometimes we are all human. Sometimes it's worries you. It hurts, you know. Because you could also be sleeping whilst everybody is sleeping.
And sometimes the most painful ones, it's some of those you have helped.
Oh, yes. How would it be? If it were people you don't know. Those that you've helped, those are the ones who can actually hurt you more. And the betrayal. It's painful.
It's very painful.
It's painful.
Very, very painful.
But I think it's all part of life, you know. We can't have it rosy all the time. And with the kind of childhood we had, the sort of things we've passed through, you know, you think about yourself, okay, those days you have to go to farm before you go to school. People look at you and they think you haven't done that before. Hey, you have to wake up 4 a.m. and go to the farm to carry things home before you sometimes do dry cleaning and rush to school. And all those things are, I think, things that strengthen us, you know, to move on. Because life is not rosy all the time. But once you plan to focus on what you want to do, the sky will only be the limit.
But what kind of support? Do you get national support for what you do?
If I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Sometimes people see you and think that, oh, they are giving her a lot of money.
I know.
Nobody gives me. I haven't received 1 Ghana cedi from government before. But I have individuals. I have individuals in certain companies and organizations who see what we are doing and want to help us.
Right.
I was just listening to you when you were talking about GTP.
Yes.
They've been supporting us. I didn't know anybody there. Okay. But when we told them what we want to do, they supported us.
Yeah, your good works.
Yes. So those people are there to help.
Right.
So those who don't want to help, let's leave them.
Yeah.
God will by all means find a way for us.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
And international assistance, you know, that sometimes when you receive them, you wonder, how come? Yeah. Where did it come from? You know, but God has a way.
Yeah. God has a way. The last time we met, it was at AWDF, right?
Yes.
AWDF program. Yes, and they have supported you as well.
Yes,
they have supported.
They've been supporting for us to go to the villages.
You see this woman's passion for breast cancer awareness campaign. I brought her here to celebrate her. Now she's going, don't worry, we'll do the breast cancer program proper and bring some of the survivors to tell their stories. She's very uncomfortable telling her story because she wants the survivor story to be told. I promise you, in May, when the whole month we celebrate motherhood, because this breast, it's very important when it comes to motherhood. But Doc, moving forward, what is next for you? That's in your conclusion. What is next for you, and what do you want Ghanaian women to take from you? Not about breast cancer, but your life. She was going to talk about breast cancer. Okay, you can chip in breast cancer. Don't worry, you can chip in breast cancer. But
let me talk about breast cancer first.
Okay.
I wish that our women will be so educated or informed about their breasts, to the extent that no woman will stay in the house when she has noticed a mass in the breast or a change in the breast, and not go to the hospital because it's not painful. I wish our women would understand that breast cancer is one of the many diseases in the world. And if it can affect a woman in America, it can affect a woman in Ghana. So we shouldn't sit at home and allow breast cancer to kill us prematurely and sometimes needlessly.
Right.
We should do our part. Most often, the doctor can do his or her part, but you, the woman, you have to also do your part.
Right.
You have to think about your life, your children, your family, your husband. They all need you. The society needs you. You have something to do. You have your role to play. So don't, ignore everything. And don't become so apathetic and don't, raise your hands. Once I've seen this, is equal to death. No, breast cancer diagnosis is not equal to death.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Beatrice Iriafe Adai, the woman with many caps. But basically now, everything she does is about the breast and saving the breast of women. And remember, 2016, the theme of the standpoint is the responsible woman. The responsible woman. So we need to own our health. And owning our health entails a lot of things. Thank you so much. Thank you again for sharing a bit of you with us. Thank you to the survivors who are here. Thank you to staff of Peace and Love Hospital. Thank you to the young ladies and gentlemen who are part of the awareness team in Ghana and all those who came. We take a short break. When we come back, I'll give you a bit of me. You know, one of the programs I did with Dr. Beatrice Riafiade on the Standpoint, it had nothing to do with breast cancer, but we talked about, pregnancy did not stop me. She shared her experience of how, after getting pregnant, she nearly dropped, but it did not stop her. Now today she's here. If her parents, especially her mother, didn't push, if she wasn't determined that Mekobi, I will also go to school, I also have to be included. As she said, it wasn't a straight route, it was checkered. And it still is not a straight route for her. She still has her challenges. But through it all, it's one step at a time. Life is not a race. It's not a rush. A life left without making an impact is worthless. You can amass all the riches in this world. One of the things my father taught me is that, Nana, it's not about your goods, but your good. It's not about the material things, but the good you do. Touching lives, making impact, reaching out to people. What are you doing in your own small way? Not all of us can be like Dr. Beatrice Riafiade, but we all can do something little. Let nothing stop you from making an impact. Persist, be consistent. Let the challenges come, but keep forging ahead, keep pressing on, and that day will come. That day that somebody will remember you and also lend you a helping hand will come. As for those people talking, on social media, now they call them the haters. They're everywhere, don't worry. I've said it before. My prayer is always that God should prepare that table He's preparing before me in the presence of my enemies. He should please make it huge so that when the enemies are there, they can get some to eat and then package some, like they say, take away and take it home so they can eat the day after and maybe days to come. The good reason, or one of the good things about people waiting to see your downfall is that at least they will live long, because your downfall is not coming anytime soon, and it will never come. Once you trust in that man out there, the Almighty God, the awesome God, let's have faith in everything. Let's have faith. It is possible. The challenges will come, but it is possible. With God, all things are possible. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.